Hi, my name is Michelle Smith, and today I'm channeling my best inner Darren Hardy. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Legacy here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Today, I wanted to give you 5 DIY tips on improvements, in case you're home a little bit more than usual over the next couple of weeks. And I wanted to focus on those things that you could do that would increase the value of your house as well as the sellability when it is time to sell. Number 5 is going to be declutter and organize. Go through your closets, go through your cabinets, go through your shed, your garage. Do you think you could get rid of 50% of what is in each of those? Get rid of everything you don't need. Donate these items to local charities. If they're in good enough condition, you can always sell them. Or my favorite is take them to the dump. And then if you want to get inspired, go onto Pinterest, look at organizational ideas for these different spaces. Number 4, touch up paint or repaint a space. Maybe you still have faux paint somewhere, or you just have those white walls from when you moved in. Well, maybe go onto a site like Sherwin-Williams or any other paint company and look and see what colors are trending today. Most of these companies also have apps where you can go in and take a picture of the room that you're going to paint, and you can virtually try out the new color. Number 3 is rearrange your furniture to open the spaces in your house. So less is more when it comes to furniture. Do you find that there's ways that maybe you could reconfigure the furniture to make a room feel more airy, more open? Or maybe since you've been home a little bit more, you found that spaces that you used more in the past are not as efficient today. So maybe you're eyeballing that formal dining room thinking, this would be a much better office, or this could be the central hub of homeschooling. Or have you found a pocket of space where you can put the treadmill, your yoga mat, or whatever else you need? I think that sometimes when you use these formal spaces in non-traditional ways, it also comes off as a little more modern to the right buyer. Number 2, what's that one thing around your house that really bothers you? And you know what I'm talking about, right? So for me, it's the toy graveyard that's on the side of our house. It's where the old toys go, and actually some of the new toys go, and they die, and their skeletons stay there forever. It's a mess. So what do you have? Is it that entry light that's way too high up there, but it's super dated? I see these all the time. Doors that don't properly open and close, or they don't lock. Come up with a goal. What needs to happen for that one item to get fixed? And then come up with a timeline. And of course, come up with a reward, because it's going to feel great when you finally get this done. All right, and number 1 is boost your curb appeal. So what are the things that you could do to really give your house a pop? Could you paint your front door? Maybe you can go out and plant some flowers, freshen up your landscape. I think we all really enjoy being outside right now, especially because we're confined to our houses for the most part. I don't know if there is one feature more important than having an incredible curb appeal to your house. Okay, so on a more serious note, what has been happening in our local real estate market over the last couple weeks? And I guess I want to start by saying that there's always going to be buyers who have to buy and sellers who have to sell, no matter what kind of exterior factors are happening. Like many businesses, we've had to come up with just different creative alternatives where we can still be effective, but we're going to limit our face-to-face interactions. And so some of the changes that we see in our industry today are, you might not be surprised to learn that the number of showings that I'm seeing feels like it slowed down some, but in contrast to that, I would say it's still a very competitive market. So in the past 7 days, we've been involved in 3 different multiple offer situations, 2 of our listings, 1 of our buyers, and I'm expecting multiple offers on 1 of my listings this afternoon. So although maybe it slowed down a little bit, instead of getting 7 offers today, I'm getting 2 to 3 offers. Okay, so what does the MLS data show? You know that this is something that I really like to look at, right? So I broke March up into 2 different groups. I looked at the first half of the month, which was March 1 through March 13, and then I also looked at the second half of the month through yesterday, which was March 14th through March 28th. When I look at the first half of the month and I look at new listings on the market, there were 669 new listings. In the second half of the month, there were 681 new listings. When I look at pending sales, I see the first half of the month, there were 592 properties that went under contract between March 1 and March 13. When I look at the second half of the month, there were 600 listings that went pending between March 14th and March 28th, which is also a 2% increase over the first half of the month. Canceled listings, first part of the month, there were 117 properties that were canceled in MLS, and the second half of the month, there were 123 canceled listings in MLS. So today is March 29th, and as of today, there's 1,953 properties for sale in MLS. When I look at March of last year, there was 2,075 properties for sale. Does this information that we just went over surprise you at all? What are your thoughts? What's your feedback on it? ultimately, I mean, we have no idea what the effects are going to be of COVID-19 on our local marketplace. I can tell you that as of today, our marketplace is still, I would say, pretty competitive, maybe slightly slower. I think that we're having more conversations on a daily basis with our lenders about what their regulations and changes are. Once the COVID-19 curve kind of flattens out and some of these bans are released, I think that we're going to find ourselves in a market where we still do have low inventory. Although I have no idea what the effects of income are going to be on some of these borrowers, especially because of this virus. There's going to be some unknown, but I am hopeful in the sense that our supply is still going to be lower than our demand, which I think is going to still lead to a competitive market in this area. As always, thanks for watching. It's super windy here today. Sorry for all the distraction. It's definitely spring in Albuquerque. Anyways, hang in there. We have a couple more weeks of this. Go declutter something. Do something that feels good and makes you feel good. And I'll see you guys again soon.